Starting out the list at number 5 is Mike Weber. A rare Michigander to commit to the Buckeyes, his best season came in 2016 as a redshirt freshman, in which he rushed for over 1,000 yards and 9 touchdowns. While his career with the Buckeyes won't stand up to other running backs that come through the program, consider that Weber's 15th all-time in rushing yards at Ohio State, when during the entirety of his career, he was either splitting time with Curtis Samuel or J.K. Dobbins. Not to mention he lost rushing work to dual-threat quarterback J.T. Barrett. His career from a historical perspective would have looked different if not playing with certain stars of that time. Weber scored at least 1 touchdown in every game played against that team up north, something he worked hard to accomplish when matched up against his home state team.
Weber. And Weber picks up a first down. Weber racing to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Number 4 on the list is Curtis Samuel. While Samuel could be considered a wide receiver for rankings purposes, there's no doubt he deserves to be on this list as a running back, mostly due to his performance during the 2016 season. Samuel was the straw that stirred the entire drink of the 2016 offense, and while J.T. Barrett was a fantastic quarterback, when Samuel wasn't producing that season, the offense really struggled to even gain first downs. The numbers illustrate this point. Samuel produced 771 yards rushing and 865 yards receiving that season, with a massive 74 catches to go along with it. It is this one season alone that puts him on this list, and nothing else matters in terms of validating it. But in support of this, Samuel's tied with Paris Campbell for the fastest Ohio State 40-yard dash time of 4.31 seconds.
Samuel cuts it back. Ohio State
wins. Carlos Hyde checks in at number 3 on the list. Hyde didn't secure the starting running back spot until his junior season in 2012, but what he brought to the table that season was a display of power Buckeye fans hadn't seen since Beanie Wells left after the 2008 season. He scored a combined 31 touchdowns from 2012 to 2013. As a senior, he produced his best season when he had 1,521 rushing yards on just 208 carries, which equals a 7.3 average. He's 10th all-time in career rushing yards at Ohio State. His presence at Ohio State was so strong that many fans were worried about the drop-off in running back production in 2014 following his departure. But luckily for Buckeye fans, another player on this list stepped in to fill the productive shoes that Hyde had left behind.
Inside the 10. Goes backwards. Now forwards. Reaches.
Number 2 on the list is J.K. Dobbins. Dobbins exploded onto the scene as a freshman in 2017, rushing for over 1,400 yards and averaging a fantastic 7.2 yards per carry. During his 3-year career at Ohio State, he totaled 4,459 yards rushing, which is second all-time behind only Archie Griffin. He's also the only running back at Ohio State to rush for a 2,000-yard season. During that season, he averaged 143 yards per game. The best game of his college career came in 2019 against the team up north, when he rushed 31 times for 211 yards and 4 touchdowns. Not the biggest or the fastest running back on this list, what separated him from others was his elite vision and cutting ability. Because his tenure at Ohio State didn't include a championship or a Heisman Trophy, he's seemingly destined to be perpetually underrated in the years to come, but those who watched Dobbins play at Ohio State assuredly consider him to be one of the best Ohio State running backs to ever don the scarlet and gray.
Down and 6. They'll run Dobbins around the corner. Dobbins looking for the first down. He has it and more. Still on the move. Dobbins. Touchdown Buckeyes. What a run by J.K. Dobbins.
Checking in at the top spot is the number 1 running back from 2011 to 2020, Ezekiel Elliott. Elliott checked every box. He had breakaway speed, power, catching ability, and was tremendous on third down pass protection. The bulk of his production came in 2014 and 2015. During those 2 seasons alone, he amassed 3,699 yards rushing, 41 touchdowns, and 55 catches. He's 3rd all-time in Ohio State in rushing yards, and 4th all-time in rushing touchdowns, which again happened in basically only 2 seasons. Had he played more as a freshman or stayed for his senior season, he may have shattered every single rushing record Ohio State has. But the main reason for him being at the top of this list is the fact that he put the 2014 championship team on his back. Over the course of the Big Ten championship game, semifinal, and championship game, he had 76 carries, 696 yards, and 8 touchdowns. His 85 yards to the heart of the South touchdown against Alabama is one of the most iconic plays in Buckeye history. From a physical perspective, he's probably the most talented running back to ever play for Ohio State. The only reason he may not be considered the greatest of all time is the fact that he doesn't have a Heisman Trophy, which may be enough to keep both Eddie George and Archie Griffin ahead of him. But even still, Elliott is etched on the Mount Rushmore of Buckeye running backs.
Ezekiel Elliott, and he's got an opening. Elliott, off to the races. Can they catch him? No, they can't. Touchdown.